Do you feel like you have a high forehead, right? Your hairline is pushed back a bit. Maybe it's like this, you know, or maybe you have a hairline that's all the way down here. But if you feel like you have a hairline that is, you know, pretty far back like this, or you've got a higher forehead, I know, oh my gosh, all the hair's gone. This is my twin brother right here. I know a lot of you may all dream of having the hairline and the forehead size like this, which is, you know, it's like everybody wants to be super tall, handsome, and have a beautiful, you know, full head of hair, right? Everybody wants to look perfect, but the thing is that we're not all born the same way. So if you have a high forehead, I know that it could be challenging to some, but you know, what are the best hairstyles for a high forehead? Well, if you're going to have a hairstyle that, you know, exposes any of the forehead, right? If you have a hairstyle where everything is off your face, like this, obviously you're going to expose the hairline, right? And the forehead. So the further back or the higher up you have a hairstyle, it's just going to elongate everything. So what we want to do is close it in and cover. All right? So the best thing to do is to have a hairstyle, I would say that's probably parted somewhere in the middle, for it to be somewhat on the longer side, okay? So you can cover up a lot of this. And also, you know, it just really is important to have the right hair length, because if your hair, your forehead or your hairline is way up here, and it doesn't mean you're losing your hair or anything, it's just you have a higher forehead. If you cut the hair to here, you're still gonna have all this to be exposed, and it's not going to be long enough. So the hair in the front needs to be long enough if you're gonna do any sort of covering up, because if it's not, it's gonna end up and if it's not cut properly, it's gonna look really thin and really wispy, and it's not going to be the best option. Sorry, I'm walking all over the place just because I've got mannequin heads everywhere. So let's take this haircut for example. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, the mannequin's forehead is probably like, you know, an inch high, it's the perfect hairline. Well, let's take a look. So let's bring all this back. This to me is somewhat of a more traditional forehead, and this could even be considered a larger forehead to some. But look, now it looks like you can't even tell the forehead. So it's kind of common sense in a way that if you want to cover something up or not have it as obvious, well, you need to do something that's going to do that, which means longer hair, okay? This hair comes down to about right here. Look, it's the only way to cover. The forehead could be even way up here. This has to come all the way down to make sure, obviously this is layered, so it's not from this part all the way down to here. The heavier you want the front to be, then yes, the less layered you want it. But if you want to have all these flips and things in the front here, and you want to make sure you're still covering it, keeping it somewhat solid, it all has to be layered properly. If you have long hair and it's layered the wrong way, it can actually cause a lot of spacing. It can make it look very, very thin. Then it's going to look like your hair is receding or thinning because it's cut the wrong way. You have to keep the thickness of it here to make sure that you're not creating any holes. But you can see that we brush all this hair back and look how it falls over it, okay? In order to really fully cover all of that hair or that forehead in the front here, you need to always make sure it's looking as thick as possible, because you don't want to see a lot of, you know, gaps or spaces or holes in the haircut. That's all done with the styling, the hair cutting, and making sure that, you know, you're using the right tools and products to get that look. You could also wear like a Caesar, but really it comes down to common sense. If you want to cover up your forehead, then put something on it, which is AKA hair. And if you don't have the hair, then do what I do. Just, you know, get a treatment, get a hair unit, whatever you want to do, shave it. There's always options for you. So let me know if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.